So I'm doing a bit of an experiment. Here I have a 3mm clear and white streaky. This is all 96 COE. And I have it spread out on some kiln paper. I've made just a genuine mess upon. I was really hoping to one day, I guess, have fire dams, like more of these like kiln shelf material, but for the sides that I can just have like kind of blockaded in, kind of, or something, I don't know. And then on top of that, I have stacked this frit, a midnight blue transparent medium grain, and I put that down quite generously, and then I put down a layer of clear mosaic frit, and then I put a sprinkling of superior blue opalescent, that's medium grain as well. Though it feels, sorry, I didn't mean to stick my fingers in the way. It feels like a little bit of a finer grain, but I'm going to full fuse this and see how that comes out. Ooh, now that came out nice. So here we have the first firing of our cabs, or our cab sheet, what will be our cab sheet. We have a little bit of a problem with the kiln paper sticking around here on the edges. That may come out scuzzy in future cabs, but we could technically just like trim or grind that off and see how that goes. But I'm very sorry, the dog's walking around. Very, very pleased with these colors. Oh, I love it. It's taken all day to get to it, but it's finally cooled down, and let's see if we can't get that lifted. Came up nice and clean, and now we're going to take this and go rinse all of that kiln shelf off in the sink. This is it after I've washed the white off the back. So you can see it's got some translucent spots going on with the clear, but I think that's all right. Really like it, actually. So I have my glass cutting system set up, and it's all very messy right now, but this is just life. And I have this heavy duty scorer. And typically I could just get away with using my basic running pliers, but this is pretty thick, so I'm going to try it with my heavy duty running pliers, and hopefully that'll do the trick. So I'm just going to line that all up. Bugger. Okay. So I think I may try, actually, first scoring it down the center, because that gives us two pieces much larger to distribute the pressure from the running pliers. And I'm still quite new to this, so if y'all have any recommendations, please help a crafter out. So that worked out pretty well, and so now I'm going to try, now that we have these smaller segments, well, minutely better. I really am hoping to be able to save up and have good online sales and invest in a ring saw. That way we can do like crescent moon shapes and some other different things. But basically, we're going to, one way or another, get these pieces chunked up into strips, and then using my tile nippers, smaller pieces still, and then I save the little segments like this. We could make that into a very small cab or put it into a frit mold with some other pieces, but I think this will look very cool melted down into a cab. And let me get the rest of this chunked up and I will show you guys how we do that. So it seems the trick to getting this stuff to break evenly is to make the pieces wide enough. And of course, as soon as I do it on camera, it's breaking away from the line again, but you can see the dogs are quite upset. I had cut quite a few strips successfully in this manner. So I'm just going to do a score line, and I'm going to come in, and it cuts nice and clean just like that. So now I'm going to be coming through and snipping into bits. And you could chunk these down into half again, but I kind of like this shape because just as it is, it melts down into a very nice like oblong piece. Now then with pieces like this one here, I can come through since it's a little wider. You kind of want to be right at the edge. Sometimes if you're cutting a little narrow, it'll get weird, but I think that actually just makes for some interesting organic pieces. But on these guys, I'm going to cut them into some little chunky square shapes. And just like that. And normally I would be processing these into a bin, but I am lazy and did not feel like finding a bin. So here we are. And for bins, I just use like little, like lunch box size, like Tupperware, like sandwich sized Tupperware. Like this one here. And a whole sheet will make a pretty big pile of chunks. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Here you can see on the bottom shelf I have our blue tabs that we've chunked up with some thin clear on top, and now these guys are the purple ones that Randy smashed for me earlier in the day, and I'm putting little chunks of mosaic tile, clear mosaic, or not tile, frit, clear mosaic frit, onto the surfaces, and I'm gonna try to fit a third and maybe even fourth layer, I think just a third layer though, into the kiln. And this is on kiln paper, like a bullseye kiln paper, I think. Wait, kiln paper, not kill paper, that's weird. This is what the back side looks like. So yeah, yep, it's bullseye kiln paper, and they're thin fire, I think. I don't know, I'm just yammering. Now I'm gonna get back to stacking glass. So the kiln has almost completely cooled down. I'm gonna open it up. Anyhow, ooh, oh, those came out nice. Wow. So there is still quite a bit of heat radiating off of them, but we got some really nice puddling here. And I can't wait to see what those bottom levels look like. Okay guys, so this is how they look after going through a cycle in the kiln. The kiln firing schedule will be down in the video description, as well as information about my kiln specifically. I really love how these came out. I think they came out very pretty. So we will get you more up close looks after we get them off of the kiln shelf. We put them into that bowl of water, and then we take them into the kitchen and get them all scrubbed up and cleaned. So being really careful to not stir up the cooked kiln shelf powder. Randy is plopping them into the water.
They're gonna break, they need to break now.
I know. We are not delicate with our glasswork, for certain.
I remember when I used to care.
And the bottom layer, it looks like the only one that didn't like fully reshape was this one here. It's a little squared off on one side instead of being nice and like roundish, but I don't mind that a bit. Ooh, I really like that one. I really like that. Look at that one. Huh. These are so nice. Do you have a favorite one, Randy?
It's already in the water.
Ah, so this is how all those cabs came out after washing yesterday. And I have to say, I'm pretty pleased, y'all. Like, that's real nice. I especially like them with the light coming through them. Hey everybody, Future Vaughn here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us during this video. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave them down below. If you enjoy our free tutorials and would like to support the creation of more of them, hey pretty chicken, as well as receive craft along kits, behind the scenes content, and all sorts of different things, please consider, and the neighbors are honking, and the cat's hitting the tripod. Alright, I'm done pretending to be a professional. If you want some of our craft along kits, join our craft along club where we send out cabs every month. And don't bite me. So I got a chicken down here who's hungry apparently. We send out kits every month, and we also do like exclusive Saturday streams and all sorts of different things. We also do weekly shop updates to our website where you can purchase cabs just kind of as is. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you so much for hanging out again. If you're here watching the premiere, hey everybody. Yeah, if not, you're in the future, and hello future people. Happy crafting, y'all. See you next time. Bye. What?